Welcome to part one of the Dodge Charger build-up. Now I know that this is the Dukes of Hazzard car, but I'm not actually going to do it with the decals on it for the General Lee. It's just something I don't really want to do, to be quite honest. I will be keeping it fairly original to the colour though. I do have a nice metallic orange that I'm going to do this car in, and again that's from a company called Pentard, and it's the same kind of paint that I used for the two VW Beetles and the Mustang. So with this one, because that's a fairly light colour, I want to kind of keep it as fairly light as possible. So I'm just going to spray the exterior of the car in an aluminium and then let that dry, and then hopefully this should hopefully be able to let some of the silver come through as it did with the gold on the Mustang. Well, that's the general idea anyway, so we'll soon see if I'm talking crap or not. Yeah, as I say, I'm not going to bother doing this as a General Lee. When I do get around to doing the General Lee properly, it will be the large size kit that I do rather than the 125 scale. But this is the size of the body. There are a few areas on here that are a little bit rough around the place. You've got some seam lines down there and around the edges there, and also around there. So I'm going to need to do some sanding on this car first before I actually dunk it in some water, just so I can get all of the panels smoothed out on this. But it's not a bad looking kit actually, to be quite honest. I am liking the look of this. As I say, these are the decals that come with the kit, but I won't be using them, but I will keep them because you never know, they might come in handy. We've just got 4 wheels there. And I do believe, yeah, these tyres do actually have writing on the side, so that's quite cool. And then we've just got a bag of various components. You've got the bonnet in there, the engine block I'm going to build up as well, and I'm going to do that the same colour as the car. In fact, I'm going to do the engine bay the same colour as the car as well. So there's quite a lot of stuff in there that we can use to paint. We've got the glass in here. We've got the 2 rear tail lights, and then we've got the front windscreen and the rear windscreen. I'll most probably darken that down actually with some smoke. That's the chassis of the vehicle, and as you can see by that, there's quite a lot of flash that needs to be removed from this before we can paint it, which is a bit of a shame actually, but hopefully it shouldn't take too long to do. But I do want to try and get that as smooth as possible before we start painting it. Then we've got the interior tub for the vehicle. We've got the 2 rear seats in there. We just need to get the 2 front seats and the center console. One thing I have noticed about this is if you look in the corners of the tub there, we've got some huge injector marks. How the hell they managed to get those in there, I do not know. But they're not really, I'm not going to be able to get those sanded out. I might be able to reduce them in size a bit, and hopefully by the time the whole of the interior is painted you won't notice too much. And we've then got the bag of chrome parts. So we've got the 4 wheels in there, we've got the engine parts up there, or whatever they're called, the headers I think, aren't they? And then a couple of other engine parts there, and then we've got the front bumper and the rear bumper in there as well. So hopefully this one won't take too long. As I say, this is just going to be a straight out the box build as well. The main aim for these builds is just to get used to using the acrylic paints really. before I unleash them on anything else. As I say, with this, if I do it, then, you know, if I do this car as the General Lee, then I will be using the larger scale. I think it's a 1/16 scale to do the General Lee. But I'm going to go ahead and get all of this sorted out and get rid of all the flash that's on this car, and I will come back to you as soon as I make some progress. Okay, so been working on the car some more. Got rid of all of the flash that we could see, and I've just put the first layer of silver down. Now it has revealed to me a little bit more flash that's on the rear quarter panel, and you can most probably see it just there. There's quite a big strip there that's come through, so I do need to get rid of that. I need to sand this bit down a little bit more. I do believe that's meant to be the fuel tank, and there is a little bit more flash somewhere along the front wing there, or the fender as they call it in America. So I just need to take a look at those bits and get those sanded down a little bit more, and then once that's done, I'll then be able to respray this again, give it another coat of silver, and that should be okay. We've also got the engine parts all sanded. I've left those on the trees purposely at the moment. It's just a lot easier to deal with these whilst they're on the trees. We've also got the bonnet done too on the inside as well. So that's looking quite good at the moment. I just use one of these little helping hands to hold everything down for me. It's again, I just find it easier to work with one of those than just trying to hold the sprue. So that's that bit done. So as soon as I've made some more progress on this, I will come back to you. Welcome back. We've now got some paint down on the exterior side of the car, and it's going quite well actually. It's a really nice metallic green, this one. We've got two coats on. Sorry, it's not green, it's an orange. Oh dear, never mind. It's a really nice metallic orange, and as you can see there, it's starting to look fairly good. We've only got two coats on there so far, and they're two pretty thin coats, so you can actually see the silver showing through on some parts of the engine. So we just need to put another couple of thin coats on there just to hide those and cover it up completely. And this is what the body's starting to look like. So that's actually starting to look really good. Again, this just needs another couple of coats on there just to help finish that off. But as you can see there, it's looking really good. And I'm quite happy with the way that this paint's turning out. I think putting the silver underneath the metallic orange was the right way forward on this. It's actually from that to, as you can see, the difference between the two there, that's actually turned that right down. So that's actually looking good. So I just need to let this dry some more now, and then hopefully I'll be able to get another couple of coats on this, and then I just need to let that dry off for a good sort of 24 hours or so before I actually then put a clear lacquer over the top of it. But at the moment, as I say, everything's dare I say it, seeming to go quite well on this build. So hopefully, keep fingers crossed, it will continue to do so. So I will come back to you as soon as I've got some more work done. Okay, so we've now got the last coat of the orange metallic colour on the body, and that's actually starting to look really nice now. You can definitely still see the silver coming through that, which is great. So that's actually lightened that right down. If I get the paint as originally was, and show you. If I just put that in the wheel well, you can see the difference in the colour there. So that has lightened that down quite nicely. So all I need to do now with this really for the body is just to let that dry. I'm going to let that dry for a good few days before I do anything else to it. We've also got the engine block finished as well. Whoop. That's looking really good. So once all the chromey bits are on that, that should hopefully look really good. And then we've got the hood. That's the inside, and then that's the outside of the hood. And you can see the way that the lights sort of shining off of that. It's got a really good surface to it. So I'm really happy with that. That's come out really well. And then we've got the other little bits there. We've got the pulley system. I just need to go in and paint the belt a black colour, and then we've got the other bits that are on there as well. So that's looking really, really good at the moment. I'm quite happy with the way that the paintwork on that's turned out. As I say, I just need to let that dry off and cure properly for a few days, and then I'll be able to put the first layer of lacquer on it and hopefully get that to a nice real good gloss colour. So when I make some more progress on this, I will come back to you.